Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to another Monday night here at Proficiency Bonus, where I keep one of my players' cameras turned off because I didn't remember to turn it back on. Bear with me just a second here. Hey, there we go. Now we're all back. So welcome to another Monday night here. My name's Matthew. You're somewhat technologically challenged Dungeon Master for this evening. Before we jump into things, I want to give a couple of quick shout-outs. First to Little Dragon Corp. You can put an exclamation point Little Dragon into chat. I'll give you a link to their website. You can also use the new discount code BONUS at checkout. Gets you 15% off your order, and they do ship anywhere in the globe, so definitely check them out. We talk about them all the time. You hear me show for them, and if I don't hold the dice up and let you know that you can check them out and how cool they look. Like, again, I know it's blurry, but this is like a see-through green and red. If I don't show for them, they don't roll well, so... And next one is for Cardboard Castle Games. You can put exclamation point CCG in a chat. We'll give you a link to their website. And if you happen to be somewhat local to me or in the Evans, Georgia area where they're located, you can swing by their local, their brick and mortar location and let them know we sent you. And they'll knock 10% off your purchase if you're in the actual store itself. So check them both out. We love them. With that being said, we're going to jump right back into things as our party has been traveling through the haunted halls, seeking to find their way down into Whisper's Crypt. They had some difficulties, and actually I forgot to mention this one to Furia, who wasn't with us last week. In one of their misadventures, they had sent Rose to check on a door.
Oh no.
Basically, as Rose walked in, a massive swinging boulder slammed into Rose. Rose didn't get hurt. Rose just lost every single metal object on her person. There was some discussion had. Eventually, Rose was able to procure another weapon. And the party eventually found one of the hidden switches within the hollowed halls, which opened the doorway, leading down a long set of stairs that sort of, based on Furia's Locate Object spell, they know that another ring of some kind is somewhere down these stairs. And that's where we pick up tonight's session, is our party is all sort of clustered around this newly opened doorway, standing within the human oven. Oh, in Fury case, I can't remember if you were here for the first discovery of that room. Basically, the inside of this room just looks charred. Like if you think of a stone oven, like a stone pizza oven, with the fire going all the time, it's just how it's sort of blackened and charred. There's ash in the corners. The party has lovingly started to call it the human oven.
Great positivity, guys.
Yeah, basically you found the doorway in there and you took a couple of steps down, looking down into the darkness. Even with Lydia and keeping light cast on that stone, the stairs travel down and the light eventually just fades. You don't see the bottom of the stairs.
Who's going?
Well, I'm fire resistant.
So am I, actually, with this new armor.
But is it trapped?
I got a quarterstaff I could poke every step on my way down.
I have eyes.
Can they see in the dark?
Furia came back into the game swinging.
Yeah. With the quarterstaff.
With the quarterstaff.
Oh, I'm sorry, did I hit you there?
How about you both go?
Well, I mean, Lydia does have that light rock.
Is it trapped? the doorway?
You can certainly check. Go ahead and
Okay.
make a.
Investigation.
Yeah, come ahead and make an investigation check for me.
15.
Okay.
15 is one of the numbers.
It does not appear to be trapped.
Well, it doesn't appear to be trapped. I go ahead.
Okay. So, as Sarah starts to make her way down, so Sarah's going first. Who is next?
Be close
I'll go
to
next.
Sarah because I have to have the light for her. Otherwise,
And I'll be right behind it. And I'll still be tapping quarterstaff on stairs just in case.
Sarah just turns around for a second. Lydia! Come help Granny!
all right.
Okay, just give me a second. I'm gonna bring y'all over to another map.
Dun dun
I've just-
dun.
I've gotten more and more senile as this game has gone on.
Aw.
The ghost is slowly aging you more and more.
Yeah.
Nobody ever talks about the after effects of ghosts.
Okay, where did our... There we are.
Have you or a loved one been affected by ghosts?
To this day, Murdoch still thought that like a good third of the party was like, all right, senior citizens adventuring.
I mean, Sarah was still senior citizen. She just got even more senior.
Mhm.
She went from like the discount menu and IHOP to old folk sanctuary. Sanctuary!
No hunting old people in this zone?
I was making a joke for the old
The
dog
senior dog
sanctuary.
sanctuary.
Oh, got it.
Okay,
But
so
I
you
can't.
guys
I can't
should-
say what they said.
You guys should all be able to see at least a small section.
Ooh.
Ooh, new
Oh,
map.
yeah, there we go.
Babe,
Yep.
wake up, new map just
Yep.
dropped.
Yeah, you can fit a dragon in here. Possibly.
Yeah. It's ink! No!
No, don't say that.
We're not supposed to make jokes! It comes
I don't-
through!
I don't. I'm not joking. I full on believe that there's a dragon here.
It's possible.
There's one right behind us! Ah! It's Murdoch.
Ah. My little neck. My little neck flat. Ah. What are we seeing, DM?
So as you've made your way down the stairs, and again, I'm not sure, I know Lydia and Sarah were up front, the other four I just sort of dropped in behind. As you start coming down the stairs, the first thing you notice is in front of you, you can see there is in fact a burial crypt, burial like cairn right in front of you, a stone coffin. As you sort of get down to the bottom of the stairs and enter into this room, you can see it looks very nicely decorated. It looks like it is potentially for someone who has a decent amount of money. Looking at the top of it, looks to be the relief carved on the top of it is a humanoid male, arms folded over the chest like this. Very again, from what you can tell of the stonework, very nice clothing. You can see that there's images of rings on the hands, jewelry. Gives you the impression that this is someone with money.
I did not consider the fact that possibly the ring could be in something like that.
Looking for a crypt. I
I
mean,
mean, it is a crypt, yeah.
It is a crypt.
well, are we going to open it?
way ahead of you.
Let's investigate it first.
I am. I'm checking like the scene. DM, is it trapped?
Go ahead and make an investigation check again.
Ooh, 24.
Does not appear to be trapped.
Sweet! I'm gonna try to push it. The like
Go
top
ahead and make a
opening.
strength check.
I will reach over her head and like push it with my other hand because I'm holding the lamp, just to
Okay. Go ahead and make your strength check with
10!
advantage, Sarah.
yeah
Oh,
with advantage.
okay. 10! Because otherwise it was a 1!
Okay.
They're dead, they don't need it. They're dead, they don't need it. They're dead, they don't need it.
It takes a solid, even with you helping Lydia, it does take probably a good 15-20 seconds before this thing starts to slide. But eventually, as you know, Sarah's up there with two hands and you're just sort of one-handing it on one portion, so eventually you start to hear the of stone grinding. And as it eventually, you slide it forward and it just slides off the back tilt and just hits the ground. And you watch as the cover stone cracks as it hits the ground.
Oops! Lydia, were you being like obvious in helping?
I was going over your head and just pushing a little.
Okay, you just see Sarah like, whew! Still got it.
It's all
I did it!
it's all of that dough that you're needing all the time, you know?
Oh,
That-
yeah. Yeah, feel it, Murdoch.
Murdoch in her brain is like, what's your strength score?
-1.
Murdoch's like, it feels like a plastic bag full of pudding, but I don't say that.
Do you ever feel like a plastic bag full of pudding?
A plastic bag full of pudding, folks.
Oh my god.
And my strength check bad?
As you
Anyways, let's look at the dead guy.
as you
What's he
look in, you
got?
can see there is an extremely desiccated body laying
Fair.
within this crypt. Then you can
Like desiccated as in someone already got here, or
no, not desecrated, desiccated. So like mummified,
oh,
dried.
Crispy.
Yeah.
Ooh,
You
jerky.
can tell just by glancing at this. This person's been laying here for a bit. As you're looking in, there is you can, and again, you're getting very similar vibes to what you were seeing upstairs. You can tell the clothing that adorns this individual, 150, 200 years ago was probably extremely nice. But at this point, it's tattered, it's in shambles, slowly disintegrating. You do see a couple of what appear to be very thin, just plain rounded silver band rings on one of the hands as the body is laying there like this. Looking at them, even without needing to roll for it, you would recognize that these do not bear resemblance to what you all have been discussing in the other ring that you've seen.
but are they like pretty nice looking rings?
They look like they're very sort of basic silver bands.
And
Do they
is
look
that-
antique?
You, given the age of the body, you could guess they might be antique.
The guy's an antique. Yeah.
No, these rings were bought 3 days ago at Claire's.
Ooh,
Not Claire's!
he got his ears pierced too. That's how he died.
Okay, no, gosh.
Or the
When
bull
he
punches.
when he reanimates, he's gonna be like, I went to Claire's.
Miss Claire, please don't sue me.
Miss Claire.
All right.
I'm
But you
taking.
can't talk to us if you're interested in
Green top.
sponsoring us. Maybe
Alright.
describe-
I would like
Do
to
we
do a detect magic and look at what's
Mhm.
in here, just to see.
Oh,
Because I know my ring is disguised, so I'm wondering if these ones are too, or if they're disguised as something else.
So, let me take a look at... I'm just going to pull up Detect Magic again. Never remember the exact things here.
While Lydia's doing a detect magic, I'm gonna do a
What are you
detect
doing? I
ring.
thought that was Furia was doing something.
Furia.
Feria.
Send me a switch again. It's like, hold on, I want to look at this.
So, as you're... Let's see. Okay. Do not close my window. I'm just looking at my notes on the room. Okay. Okay, no, there's nothing magic within this room that you can...
That I can see.
Yep.
Well, it looks normal to me. Nothing else is magical in here either, unless it's blocked by. And I tap the side like stone, or lead, but I can't see anything else.
So I guess that means the rings aren't like on him in his pocket or anything.
Does anybody have talked to Dad?
Maybe.
Murdoch, why are you making that face?
I don't normally like what the dead have to say.
No, not today.
Is there any like names on this coffin? Like any kind of indicators to who this is? Is this Whisper or?
Not on this one. It does not appear to be.
I wonder if there's a. Like, this seems very easy compared to what we just went through upstairs. I wonder if there's a secret door or passageway
And
in
actually,
here
that's
somewhere.
bad on
Yeah,
the
I mean, it
Dungeon
wasn't
Master, 'cause you guys
easy
walked
to
over
find the
towards
staircase,
the
but-
crypt. So you would actually, as you sort of come down into the room, you would start seeing a whole... That light would start traveling further.
Okay.
Oh, look at that. I just had to open my eyes a little wider.
The amount of rings that we've found in this building is. I'm bewildered, honestly.
Maybe they really liked rings like 200 years ago. was the
Old-fashioned
thing.
statement. I'm guessing we shouldn't split up.
Probably a good idea. And maybe while I have this detect magic up, we should go look somewhere else.
Yeah, well, so we can, in case we find something else.
Right behind maybe 2 or 3 of you.
I'll also be right behind in a moment. I'm taking the rings off of the dude.
Okay.
We have so much money.
You say like that, like it's going to dissuade Sarah from stealing.
What if someone dug you up and took your ring?
If it's been 200 years, it's archaeology.
If an archaeologist does it... Oh, fiddlesticks, fine. I don't know.
Made her break out the fiddlesticks. You're in big trouble now.
Maybe in the time when he was alive, there wasn't a law against stealing from the dead. I'm not his representative. Go.
If we have
We're
stated...
How much do you omit from your reports about us?
Who am I? Depends on who I'm sending the report to, dear, to be
Alright.
entirely honest.
Alright.
All right, which way are we going?
I mean, can you see anything from here, from right here? Like any kind of magic?
Just see hallways from here.
Right.
Yeah, I
Yeah, so you can basically, as you turn and look at each area, you can see that there are hallways leading off, and in each one of the hallways they seem to turn a little bit at the end.
Hmm.
Should we clear the these sides before we go forward?
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I mean, we don't
Yeah.
have a lot to go on, so let's just
Sideways before.
go left.
You know
First?
what I mean.
Sure. Got to do one before the other anyway.
My left or your left?
I was about to
East,
ask.
so- Party
Wait.
left.
Start walking, we'll follow you.
Okay, so which way are you guys at? Okay,
Oh
so
crap!
Rose
I was
heading that
about-
way.
Yeah, because
Or that way, I don't
left
really care.
What do you
from
mean
the
us
top.
splitting up? Okay, fine.
So Art's coming back, so you guys are heading over to the next area over there. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and reveal that next room for you. Okay, so as you guys start heading down this hallway a little bit, and you can see as the Roses, you're getting a little closer with the group following behind you. The hallway has a very slight turn to the left, and then almost immediately cuts back to the right. And what you're all noticing as you're coming through here is these walls are carved, like upstairs, everything was carved very smooth. It was made pristine. Down here, it looks like that, almost like these are like old mine tunnels to you, Rose, where it's just sort of rough hewn into the walls. So nothing's really squared. Everything's got, like, the ground is flat, but it's, flat on the bottom and sort of like egg shaped as a general sort of rounded tunnel. It looks like somebody just cleared this out and wasn't trying to make it, pretty. You don't think this is necessarily where they brought people down for. But eventually, as you start to turn the corner, you can come across what looks to be the remains of a workshop. You can see that there are a couple of tables on the far north wall, a couple of workbenches, one right in front of you as you're sort of coming into the room, one on the southern side, and a large table in the middle that is just covered with various different vials and cauldrons.
Okay, I'll proceed further in and around the center, and it's just more the same, like on the center table.
Yep, so yeah, as you're looking
Tools
at the
and
center table
vials.
specifically, you can see that, again, you see a couple of small, what looks to be like, I'm going to call it basically like an old school Bunsen burner. Like a couple of things that look like they're used for heating some of these glass vials. And then there's a couple of, probably, yay big around cauldrons.
Is my detect magic showing up anything here?
Actually, yes. As you're walking in with your detect magic, you are seeing on the northern, basically on the long sort of shelving unit on the northern wall, you are getting from the left-hand side of it, probably about a 3 or 4 foot section of it is glowing with illusion magic.
I'll wander over that way, but I'm not going to touch anything just yet.
Okay. So as Fury's heading up there, what are the rest of you doing?
Yeah, so in this room and in like the crypt room, how is it looking in terms of like dust and footprints, like since we've been noticing that kind of stuff earlier?
Oh, no. Very valid point. So yeah, this is covered in dust. You don't see And it doesn't look like there has been anything down here in gods only know how long.
Okay.
I am not any sort of like scientist or alchemist or anything like that, so I'm not touching anything, and I'll let other people touch things.
Are
That's
there
that's me.
are there like candles? Or
You see the remains of candles. And they're,
Artemis, could you use these? And I point to the candles.
yeah, they're only maybe an inch and a half tall at this point.
No, I think I'm good. I have wonderful candles in my bag still.
All right, what am I seeing on this shelf? Do I need to call Art over or?
So as you're looking at the shelf, basically this section, so it's about a 2-foot wide section of the shelf, is just the entire section of the shelf is glowing with illusion magic.
The shelf itself.
Yep. So basically, if you were to think of like standing in a library, just those rows that the books are on, take the last the 2 feet of that last section, and that's what you're dealing with. It's just a section of the shelving from top to bottom is glowing with illusion magic.
I'm gonna poke the shelf. It's like, is this real?
Oh, okay. So as you poke the shelf, your hand disappears into the shelving unit. And as you pull it back out, there's you've got a weird sort of viscous clear liquid on your hand.
Oh nah.
Oh, ew. Guys,
Going
There's
right
a
into the
shelf
dragon's
there.
mouth.
there's a
Yeah.
shelf here that's not real, and I'm like, this stuff on my finger. I poke the shelf. Don't poke the shelf.
Okay.
Does
is it-
anybody know what this is?
Does it
Um,
look like
it
saliva,
nature?
or does it look like that's something, in one of these vials in this room?
Start wiping it on the table nearby.
Looks gross. That's what it looks like.
The wizard, everyone.
Is it worm?
I mean,
Is it on a scale of worm to Fabio?
it's most definitely worm.
Maybe a bit of throne.
Can
all
I
of you, as
do-
as
Oh, okay.
Fear sort of pulls her hand out and is sort of wiping this off and shaking it around a little bit, all of you are getting a very almost pickle-like odor.
Eesh.
Bro.
Who would pickle a shelf?
I'll
And Furia, it is cool to the touch.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not worm saliva.
No, you are not getting the impression that you stuck your hand in a mouth. This is...
Something.
I'm gonna cast Dispel Magic on the shelf because I can do that. I have that
Okay.
spell right now. Because I'm wondering now if this is like a secret stash of somebody's now that I'm getting this pickle smell.
And are there any empty vials on any of these
Pickle.
tables?
Oh yeah, there's a whole bunch of empty flasks and vials.
Okay, I'll just grab like an empty flask
Okay.
just for now, and
Okay, so Furia, you are actually going to have to roll for this.
Oh. I rolled a 14. I don't know if I need to add something to that.
Let me double check. I don't remember Dispel Magic that well. I'm assuming you would add your thing to it, but we'll just make sure.
I have a plus. My modifier is a +4, but
Okay. Using your spellcasting ability. Yep, so you'd roll a d20 plus your spellcasting. So what does that make it?
18.
Okay, now this is 10 plus a spell level. Let me check. Double check my spell level here. Okay, so that'll actually do. Okay, so as you watch as this shelf slowly starts to shimmer a little bit, and you watch as it fades, what you're left looking at is a very strange looking vat. So it's, picture if for those of you in northern states, if you have sand buckets or salt buckets on the side of the road, you know they've got them sort of cocked over to the side a little bit to make it easier to scoop it out of. Fury, as you've sort of reached in and down a little towards the shelf, you've reached into this bucket that is just filled with this strange fluid. It looks to
Is
be
this
it's
fluid
clear,
magical?
sort of liquidy. It looks like a liquid, but you would know from touching it that it has that sort of weird slimy consistency to it.
So it's like a
Technically worse,
gel?
guys.
Yeah, similar. Think of if you've ever got a sunburn, that sort of like watery gel that you would rub on a sunburn. That sort
Like
of
an
consistency.
Aloe
aloe.
vera.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
yeah.
Does anybody know what this is?
It's a natural yours druid.
I don't know. Have I ever come across this sort of thing?
And nothing
Is this like
this,
an emergency
probably.
burn vat?
oh,
I don't know. Somebody made
take
this,
a
I'm
peek
assuming,
at
with the
it.
workshop.
and with the dispel magic, we can just like kind of see it.
Yeah, you
It's
can
just
all
like
see
right
it.
there now. Okay.
Give,
I'll take a
I-
look at it. Ugh,
Okay.
nasty.
given the fact there's a body behind us, is this perhaps a body? The stuff. This isn't
Spit it
Sarah.
out already.
Embalming fluid. Embalming fluid.
Maybe. I mean, did we see any of that where we were?
Yeah, when we were at the Fabio
Yeah. Did
mortuary.
we see anything like that there?
Huh. So you do not recall seeing anything like this at the mortuary when you were in Orlumber.
Uh-huh.
But at that same point, you guys were sort of dealing with a worm infestation while you were there.
Yeah.
And then examining a couple of bodies real quick, so...
What does it smell like, Feria?
Pickles? If Art's still trying to figure out what it's I'm gonna reach around her or them and take another little tiny bit on my finger, rub it on the stone floor, and then light it on fire with a produce flame, see if it does anything.
Oh, okay. So, Artemis, you
It's
can go ahead
nitroglycerin.
I'll back away too so I don't lose my eyebrows.
Artemis, you can go ahead and... Oh, let me... I don't know what sort of check this... I'm going to call this a religion check.
What?
Okay. For some reason, like, my D&D Beyond is not working.
Yep.
I know, it's not working.
Oh.
Yeah. Give me one sec.
No worries.
Okay. Religion. Interesting. 16.
Oh, okay. So while you're sort of looking this in... Fear, you're doing this right where you are? You're just sort of pulling it out and doing it right on the floor?
Yeah, sort of between the table and the wall just so I don't accidentally light anything on fire that shouldn't be.
Oh, okay.
Just a little spark of fire just to see what happens.
Oh, okay. So as Art sort of looking at it, and you catch fire, it just sort of goes, as you hit the this sort of liquid gel, watch as it just sort of flares for a second, and you watch as you can see some of it, much like when you heat up water, it starts to vaporize, and then small fireball erupts as it appears the gas is flammable.
Good thing I didn't do the whole thing.
Artemis, as you're sort of looking this over and thinking about it, you do know that there are certain temples that use a chemical concoction to preserve the body upon death.
It is embalming fluid, sort of.
Basically, yeah. And
Fire
you would
embalming.
also, with that check, and seeing what Fury has just done, you would know that it's usually kept below room temperature because it turns to gas at room temperature and it is flammable.
Well, Sarah was right, and excuse me while I Varia, can you help me put this out? We need to get the fire, the gas is really flammable. If that gets,
That's why I did it over here. And I'm already, like, smushing the rest of it into the floor. Alright, good to know it wasn't some creepy monster dripping viscous goo menacingly.
I mean, I suppose that if anybody has some open vials, that it might be interesting to use in a combat situation, but that's just me thinking out loud.
Yeah, I mean, I have this one. I thought about, filling it up until we use the magic on it to just, we could all see it, but I don't know. If we think we still want to take some,
I don't care to keep flammables on my person just like that, but if you want to, go ahead.
I mean, I
Is it
didn't say it was-
flammable? Is it flammable in the bag of holding?
Not in my bag of holding, it's not.
Artemis, you would know that it is flammable or a risk of explosion with any open flame or source of heat.
Right, so I wouldn't carry it. You know what? Never mind.
So Archer's saying sitting by a campfire wouldn't even be safe with this stuff.
Yeah, maybe not. With me casting a bunch of fire every which way, yeah, maybe that's like that was a silly, goofy idea. Anyway, let's carry on. As you were.
So, Rose, you scooping any out for yourself, or?
hmm.
Right now you're
Are
the
there-
only one who picked up a vial or flask, so.
Yeah, are there any, like, stoppers or, like, corks around, like,
Huh.
to plug it up?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll fill it up and put the stopper in
Okay.
and plug it up.
So make sure you put on your character sheet that you have one formalin flask. And I just noticed that we have our fairy bit mother is in chat this evening. And thank you, Victoria, for the 1,000 bits. We love you.
Hello.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Fairy Bit Mother.
Okay, so as you're looking around, as you've entered this room, there are 2 more openings. One leading further to the east, and one leading to the south.
I say continue
I think I'm having the same thought as you are.
continue going east.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, before we
Okay.
go in too many circles here and get lost.
I'm going to open up our next section here. As you continue eastward, you find yourself in looks to be it's a much larger room than the initial entrance you came into. But you see there are, in fact, 2 more burial cairns in this room. These are much different than the previous one you saw. That one had sort of a relief carved on the top of it of an individual. These are just plain stone, basically caskets, as you're looking at them. As you're looking around the room, you can see that there are parts of the ceiling which have started to collapse in the northern section, where it just seems like larger stones have started to fall down and crumble into the ground.
Going over to the bodies.
Is there any, like, you didn't say there was carvings on these, but is there any indication of who is inside?
No, it's literally, it
these
looks
ones?
just like a plain stone box, essentially.
All right. Well, which one first?
I guess this one's closer.
You're the one with the detect magic. Do you detect magic?
Do I detect magic?
Let's see here.
Or is the stone too thick?
What's the distance on stone?
It just says 30 feet, I believe, but it's 1 foot of stone.
Oh, okay.
That
So
I
yeah,
can't
you're
see
not getting anything through these.
I might have to open these before I could see what's inside. Magically.
Gonna open up the casket. Gonna open up the casket.
Okay, go
Maybe
ahead
try
and make
not
a
to
strength check.
crack the lid of this one this time.
I'll see what I can do with these.
Okay, go ahead and make a strength check.
16.
Okay.
That's pretty
So you watch as
good.
a couple of you are looking around to see if Lydia is going to lean over and help again, as Sarah just sort of goes and starts shoving. You see it starting to move. And as you start to slide that one corner and start basically kitty cornering it off a little, you get a as a puff of gas erupts into your face. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
You're gonna get like a disease.
Compromise your lungs or something.
You're gonna get like mummy rot.
Tutankhamun's curse.
14.
Oh, okay, so that is going to fail. So,
Mummy rot.
But is it poison?
no, it is not poison.
It's a
Dang it.
Disease! Mummified from the
disease is
inside!
Is it? Let me have this.
Okay, let's see here.
Was that gas Sarah, did you check for traps before opening this one?
No, she didn't.
Was that a trap or is it just old? Like mold spores.
Might just be that.
And as that gas sort of inundates your face, you find
That's
yourself unable to move. As you can feel your body beginning to harden.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Like visibly, like
Yeah, is she
Stone?
visibly hardening, or is she feeling herself
can see her,
walking
she's
up?
pushing and she's moving okay, and all of a sudden she just sort of, you watch as she stops moving. And you can hear her, she's still talking, but you can see that she doesn't seem to be able to move at the moment.
Sarah?
Oil can.
Oil can?
What's an oil can? Oil
I
can
feel
what?
like we had those.
Yeah, we have oil.
Anyways, that was a good one.
Are you okay?
No.
I'll go over and cast Lesser Rest on her.
I'm stuck.
Is that if that's what you need? Wait, hold on.
Maybe we should like check the other thing and like open the other one before she like runs over and get. Actually, never mind.
Oh dear.
She is our expert
Lydia,
on
as you-
checking
as the
traps.
group
I
of
thought
you
she,
start-
you
Oh,
she's
she's
doing
the-
really good, and I
When she does it,
Yeah.
yeah.
As the group of you are starting to discuss this, Sarah, I need you to make another Constitution saving throw for me.
Hey, Lydia, the only healing spell that I have is Cure Wounds, and I don't think that's going to cut it for this.
Alright, I can
That fails again.
Lesser Rest though.
I think
If you
she's
give me
gonna
8
die.
hours, I can get something
you
better.
watch as you can see, all of you are now noticing her flesh is starting to, the vibrancy is starting to disappear into.
She's
oh,
petrifying.
This
like-
is
She's
getting worse.
petrifying.
Okay.
We only took a short rest. I don't have luck points.
Granny, I only have one of these a day.
She's
I'll
she's
go and I'll touch her and I'll cast Greater Rust still.
Okay. Let's see.
petrification gas.
Okay, let's see. Know that. Charm
Maybe
or
that's what dead
petrified.
people-
That'll do it.
That's
So
what
is-
people fart? Decompose into...
As Lydia
Rock
comes
gas?
over and lays her hands on you, Sarah. And over the next couple of seconds, you can feel the feeling and motion return to your body.
Ah,
Let's not do that again, Granny.
no. I think I've had my fill of doing that.
What in the hell was on this sarcophagus that was petrifying people?
Like, is it open now, or was it just
Yeah,
cracked
I mean, she's
open?
probably got it. There's good probably like 6 or 7 inch opening as she was pushing. Maybe she was leaning on it and pushing one section over and just got a face full of this strange sort of gas. It looked like a puff of dust or smoke almost in her face.
So is it like still look like it's like hanging out, or is it like dispersed
No,
at this
it
point?
seems to have been dispersed.
Okay.
Alright, I guess I'll help open it all the way up for everyone to see.
Like a long baton or something, you could wrench it open from like at least a distance away, unless you know. Like,
I'm gonna like put
With
a
a
hand
crowbar?
up, like wait.
Yeah.
Well, let me just make sure that's all it's got.
you're doing so good.
Thank you, Artemis.
So you're checking for traps?
I wanna if there's like if there's any gas left, basically. Like if there's like a I don't know, some sort of like trigger that leads to like more vials of gas or something. Just yeah, more trap.
Okay, go ahead and make an investigation check.
Okay. Where is this? 13. Shit.
It does not appear to be.
Maybe you should do the other one while you're, in the groove of the trap checking.
Okay.
Yeah, and
yes.
we can open this one the rest of the way.
Yeah, let me check the other one so we can have like the other half of the party.
Okay, go ahead and make your other investigation check.
21.
Okay, it does not appear to be trapped.
Okay, that one doesn't seem to be trapped, but still be careful. Okay, go
Which one am I
ahead,
opening?
Lydia. Oh, I thought you were opening
I
the
was gonna
one.
open the first one, but
Yeah, the first one, and
Yeah,
I
I-
thought Rose and Furia were opening the second one. So
Yeah,
I'm not very strong. I get like pudding arms.
I'll open the
you live
second
in
one.
the woods.
Okay, Rose, go ahead and make
I
a
can
strength check.
climb
for
up
me.
trees. I can't lift rocks.
I'm strong, but I'm not the most constitutionally stable.
12.
what are we giving you
on
strength
a-
rolls?
I'm hanging out by a wall.
Oh wait, no. 16. Sorry.
Strength checks, yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, easy enough for you to be able to start moving it off.
14.
Yep, and yeah, Lydia, it's easy for you that essentially the seal has already been broken on this one.
Okay.
So as the two of you are starting to move it open, that takes you probably a good Lydia, takes you probably a good like 30 seconds or so to finish getting it open. Rose, takes you a little bit longer as you're starting from scratch, but eventually you have them both open.
I look inside.
Okay. So
Yeah,
as you're looking
and-
in, let me get a description of exactly what you're seeing here. Where is my... Here. Okay. Come up for me. There it is. Start with that. Okay. So, as you're looking in, where is my full details? Okay, sitting in here, and again, you see very similar this sort of desiccated, dried out body. You notice that this body is not dressed well. And given the turnaround time, Furia, you would be seeing a glow coming out of the box that the garden that Lydia's standing over. Lydia, you would see within there, underneath the arm, so again, very similar laid there, the arms crossed under, but underneath it, laying vertically across the individual's chest, looks to be a very ornate rod. 5 red stones across it. A face carved on either end. And 2 small wings come off of either side.
That's definitely magical. That thing.
Alright,
I don't know what it does, but
neither do I. Should I grab it?
I mean, we should at least figure out what it does. If we don't
Alright.
want it, we could put it back, I suppose, but
Okay. I'll grab it for everyone.
Okay. So it is. Just make sure you're understanding. It is underneath the arm. So the arm is across it,
Hmm.
and it's underneath it.
Uh,
So how are you planning on taking it?
Granny, how badly do you want to rob a body? This is somehow against my morals, but don't seem to have as many scruples as some of us scruple people.
Nope, I have no scruples. And I'm gonna pull out a dagger and like twirl it. do his hands just like raise? Like, can I just pick up an arm and pull it up, or
You can certainly try. I mean, you're not really sure how long the body has been down here.
well, I'm saying I'm doing that. Like, does his arm just come up, or does it break?
Okay. So as you reach down and grab hold of the arm and try to pull it up,
Uh-huh.
doesn't seem to move.
Oh, got a bit of a grip on ya, eh?
oh, I wonder if he's stoned too.
Ah,
Well, there's one way to figure that out. I'm gonna try and, like, cut his arm with my dagger.
Yeah, go ahead and make an attack roll.
I just love watching how her brain works.
Does a 26 hit?
I'm pretty sure that's going to be a yes. But let me just make sure.
I don't know anything that a 26 misses, I'll say that.
I don't know. He does the same thing to us with, does a 20 hit? Does a 17 hit? It's like, you know my armor. You know my armor class.
So yes, that will hit. So
Okay?
go ahead and roll damage.
Okay.
This is just funny to me.
You said 6?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sneak attack.
Oh yeah, do we have a sneak attack on corpse?
I mean, technically, yeah, you do have a ally within 5 feet, as Lydia is right there.
Okay,
Get him.
Get it.
17
So 17
on top
total.
of the 6? On top of the 6.
Whoa.
So,
Guess that's a total of 23.
yeah.
I'll tell you, if I'm dead in a coffin, I'm not expecting to be stabbed, so I think
Quadruples the attack.
it's pretty sneaky.
it's like
I,
the
for one-
Draugr in Skyrim that like slowly come awake and then you just shank them.
Yeah, the jogger like, and you're like,
Snipe.
So
Me with the re-deads in Zelda.
as you reach out and slash down, trying to remove this individual's hand, as you carve into it, you watch as the entire body jerks.
Oof.
And it turns and takes a swing at you.
Oh! I'm gonna try and dodge that.
And that is an 18 to hit.
This is an 18 hit. Yes, the 18 hits. Wait, 1.
Okay. So that is
But
11 points of bludgeoning damage. And oh, that's a horrible roll.
yeah.
And 8 points of necrotic damage.
Oof.
Granny's looking a bit bad right now.
I
my
need you all
God.
to go ahead and roll initiative for me.
We had a short rest! We had a short rest! How are you not looking good?
Well, she stabbed a corpse.
Yeah.
I'm down to 14.
You need to remember
Snap back.
You need to remember to use your uncanny dodge.
I was about to say I was gonna use my uncanny dodge, but
You can use it. That'll
Hey,
half the damage.
okay.
There you go.
Okay.
Wait, so how many points total was it? It was 19? Because it was 11 plus
11 and 8.
Yeah, 11 and 8
Yeah.
is 19, so have that would be 9.
Okay, so
Much better.
okay, so 23.
Fiddlesticks, the dead live.
Okay.
I am exactly where I want to be.
Me too.
Okay, anyone 20 to 25?
Dirty 20.
Okay.
21.
And 21 for
Tw-
Syria?
And 20 for Murdoch.
Okay, Spirit.
Why do we
21,
keep
then
rolling
have
the same, Murdoch?
Murdoch and Sarah,
Because
both at 20.
I'm always watching you.
15 to 20.
Yeah, I got a 15.
Okay. Rose at 15. Lydia, Lydia and Art, what do each of you have?
8.
Sorry, I rolled like late, but I had a 17.
Oh, 17, okay. 17.
Huh?
I got Lydia. Okay. So we start at the top of the order with Furia. You watch as you could see Sarah reaches down with her dagger, stabs down into the casket, starts sort of carving away, and all of a sudden you watch as a hand reaches up and just smacks up at her.
From where I am and what I saw before, is this person actually stone, or is it just a reanimated dead person?
It looks like
From what I
looks
could
to be a dead body. It does not appear to be stone.
Okay. And is it still upright? Can I see it, or is it lying back down?
No, it is. It hasn't sat up yet. It's literally as
It just went
Sarah
like-
stabbed into it. It just sort of went. So you saw a hand come out as it struck Sarah, and then the hand sort of disappeared back into the casket.
Okay. Not really wanting to destroy whatever it is holding dearly. Can I reach it from where I am, or would I need to go closer with a sword attack? Am I within 5 feet?
I'd say yeah, you're within 5 feet. The map doesn't line perfectly based on what I used to check.
Okay.
It, so.
Then
So
I'm
from where
gonna
you are, you'd
just
be able to reach.
blindly in the leg area, just sort of stab myself. Not
Stab
myself.
yourself?
The corpse in the thing.
Just
I
making
am
sure.
also going to stab.
Oh, okay.
If I could find my swords over here. Alright. The first one to hit is a 15. And the second one is a dirty 20.
Okay. Both of those will hit.
First damage is 4 points of slashing, and the second one is 8 points of piercing.
Okay.
And these are silvered. If it makes a difference, I don't remember.
So as you're carving into it, you do notice that it does not seem to do as much damage as you were anticipating. It does not
Alright.
appear that the silvered weapons are helping with this specific creature.
Okay. I will back up a little bit in my space, let everybody else room to get by so I don't cut them with my sword.
Okay.
Uh,
And that will bring us over to Murdoch and Sarah.
Ink, do you want to go first, or?
You're right there, so why don't you go first?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Is the lid still, like, on the casket?
Yeah, it's, I mean, basically you had opened it a little. Lydia has basically turned it so it is now sort of, I think it was sort of like a cross. She's turned it so it's halfway.
Okay. I would like to try and stab this guy in the face while he's lying back down.
Sure, go ahead and make your attack.
Okay.
Actually, do me a real quick, Furia. Roll both of your dice again. Because technically it is prone, so you would have had advantage.
the damage dice?
No, the your hit die. See if you nat 20 on either of them.
No, that's 11 and a 13.
So go ahead and make your attack roll, Sarah. And again, you do have advantage because he is technically laying down.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank God for advantage. Damn it. 12.
A 12 will hit.
Okay, thank God. Does sneak attack work still, or?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
It's basically you
roll
get it
damage.
on one attack each turn. So that first attack you made,
Uh-huh.
this is now basically it's your new turn. So you can apply it again. This is your attack.
So am I doing the 1d4 plus 3 along with the 5d6?
Yep.
Okay.
And unless you don't want to,
so-
you don't have to apply sneak attack.
No, I will. Okay, so 4 plus 25. So 29.
Okay. Okay, so as you stab down into it, and again, you have that same sensation that Fury got, is you feel like you made a solid strike to it, but it doesn't do quite as much damage as you were expecting.
I'm gonna turn to not Fury, I'm gonna turn to Lydia and just start going, put the lid back on, put the lid back on!
This magic item in there we wanted.
Oh, now it reverses. Do you like to just disagree with me, Furia?
What?
And that's the end of my turn.
Okay. So that brings us to Murdoch then.
Yeah. Murdoch doesn't like undead because 99% of my magic doesn't work on undead. So when she sees a dude crawling out of a casket, I feel her instinct is to just be like, oh, no, you are going to go back in there, and you are going to stop getting up. No, stop, you ugly dead thing. And cast Vicious Mockery.
Okay.
For a wisdom save.
Okay, so you over here. Yeah, these guys are just so wise.
Stop animating right now. Stop.
Okay, that's actually a 19.
Dang it! That's really good!
It's a 19 on the die. That's no modifier to him, so.
Oh, why did I think that would work? For a bonus action, I'm not gonna move closer, but for a bonus action, I will cast Branding Smite on my longsword, and have that ready.
Okay.
Make it glow. No. I'm religious now. Don't come near me. And my turn.
Okay. So we've got that, and then... Okay, so that happens. And that brings us over to Artemis.
Oh boy. This is fun. Guys, I don't have a lot of spells left. I will fire off just a magic missile at it.
Okay. So go ahead and roll your damage, because that just automatically hits.
— 12.
Okay. See, as he's
And,
bolt in, you definitely get the sensation that that's making some good contact. Artemis is. You can watch as you're seeing little bits of the body and the sort of fabric that's wrapped around it, sort of just popping up out of the casket it's in.
Magic seems to be doing good! And I'm gonna stay pressed up against this wall.
Okay. So then that brings us over to Rose.
Okay, I guess first question, so I opened the casket that I'm next to. Was there any movement inside that one as this is happening?
You don't see any movement. You can see another body is just laying, again, another dried up husk of a body is just laying there like this.
Okay, so I guess given that I don't see any movement in this one, I'm going to run back to this other casket, to the head of this one, and just swing my newly acquired warhammer. Just try to target the head.
Okay.
Dirty 20 to hit.
That'll hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Ooh, that's 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. So as you watch as Rose comes sort of running over, takes this new warhammer, just brings it down onto the skull of this creature. You watch as the skull just crushes in. And the body goes still. Is there anything else you'd be doing on your turn, Rose?
No, I don't. I guess I'll peek back over in this other casket, and I still don't see any
You
movement.
do not see anything moving at the moment.
No, I guess I will just reach into this casket and get the item that we were trying to get.
Yep. Easy enough to reach in and grab that real quick. So that will then bring us over here. And... Okay. Murdoch,
Yes, sir.
you're starting to hear something coming from behind you.
No, sir.
And Lydia, that brings us to you.
Oh dear. Lydia's got a thing she can do, but she doesn't know if she wants to do it now. Crap. Sure, I've never done this. I'm going to turn undead. As an action.
Okay. What does your turn undead affect?
As an action, I present my holy symbol and speak a prayer centering the undead. Each undead that can see or hear me within 30 feet must make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. So, well, for let me see where you. So I will say you can do that if you want, but from where you are standing and looking around, you do not see anything at the moment.
Okay. Would I be able to hear what Murdoch heard behind her? And move up there to see?
I'll say go ahead and make a perception check.
23.
Okay, I'd say yeah, you can hear that there is something coming back from the room you were in prior.
Am I allowed to walk up to here and see what it is, or is that like my action?
No, you have your normal movement.
Okay, so I'll move up here, check to
Okay.
see what it is.
So as you walk up there, and what you see is a formerly very well-dressed body slowly shambling towards you.
I can turn undead. Why not? That sounds fun. I've never done that before. Do that.
Oh.
And if it's a CR1 or lower, it just dies, I think. It's destroyed.
Let's turn undead. Let's see, I'm just trying to pull up the specifics on what it does here. Okay, Barry, do me a favor, can you click on it and send it to Roll20, Lydia?
Sure.
Because everything I'm finding is saying it's within 5 feet.
Okay, I want D&D Beyond, and it says... Yes.
Okay, there it is. So choices to be prayer. Each undead they can see or hear you within 30 feet. Wisdom save. Okay, turn creature must spend its turn trying to move as far away from you as you can. Can't willing. Okay. So, what is your spell save DC?
17.
Okay. And that's an 8. So,
Okay. If it's CR1 or lower, it's instantly destroyed, but otherwise, it's just...
it is not destroyed.
Okay. Then I will spend my bonus action and heal, Granny for a little. Is that allowed? My, action to be my class feature?
Yep.
Okay. Alright. I'm gonna heal Granny
we-
for some healing.
Are we still in initiative? Because there was another. Okay.
Yes. You are
Because
still
this
in
body
initiative.
stopped moving, and then you brought up another body, and I was like, wait a second.
They won from the first room.
Granny, get 15 healing back.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think it's the guy from the first room.
Yep. Me too.
Yeah, the body in that one hasn't moved, at least not yet, but
Well, we haven't taken anything from that one yet. Or attempted
I
to take
did.
in this one's case.
I took from the first room.
Right. That's fine. It's just now coming after us.
You didn't stab him.
Okay, you instead.
I'm gonna have to.
I'm going to use that as a placeholder instead of the little keyboard token I found.
Okay.
Actually, Okay. So at the end of Lydia's go, that brings us over to Furia again.
All right, I see Lydia rushing over, saying something, do something, waving her arms about in a manner that I have not seen her do before. Is there a way for me to move and see this person, or is it just going to be blocked? You are muted, DM.
You would have to squeeze through them and actually go into the other room to be able to see it at this point.
Then I am just going to, sensing something's going on, that this wasn't our only problem, I'm going to hold an action for Produce Flame. And if I can make out this new threat anytime in the next round, I'm going to Produce Flame it.
Okay. Brings us back to Murdoch and Sarah.
Okay, so we have our a buddy in the hallway now, and casket guy is down, right?
Yep. Rose crushed the skull and then reached in and pulled the rod out.
Okay, thank you, Rose.
You got it. She's like twirling the new warhammer in her hands.
Do I have a... I can't... There we go. Is that the token for the zombie?
You're muted again. DM.
Okay.
God, bloody microphone, man. So, Sarah, you do not know what is in that room because there's a wall in between you and it. But yes, you know there is something apparently in there. As you've seen both Murdoch turn over, Lydia ran over and started doing something. But you don't know what's coming at this point.
Okay. I would like to come up between the two of them. I'm sorry, I'm covering Lydia, but
Okay,
I'll
so
just
in
go
order
behind
to
them.
see, you'd have to come all the way into the room.
Okay. Then I'll come all the way into the room. And
you can see it looks like this thing is getting ready to run away. It's staring at Lydia in just complete terror.
okay, I ready my crossbow, just in case.
Okay, so you're holding an action to shoot it, if what?
If it comes towards us.
Okay. Murdoch?
Now it's me. I'm going to move into melee with it, and I am going to attempt to stab it in the back with my cool, glowy sword.
Okay, so go ahead and make an attack roll.
Two-handed! 18 to hit.
That'll hit, so go ahead and roll your damage.
Alrighty, so it is 10 regular slashing damage, and 7 radiant damage.
Okay. So as you carve into it, again, you get the sensation the slashing isn't doing as much as you were hoping, but you definitely feel that the radiant is having an effect on it.
And now my sword's in it, and I'm like, eh! Ew. That's my turn. I'm still surprised at the amount of times I use my sword at this level.
Okay, so you can only get there. Okay, so that's that. And that brings us back over to Artemis.
Cool. I think I'm going to just continue to sidle along in this room. I don't really want to get into that other room. It looks like it's going to be too crowded. I'm just gonna like hang out over here. That's about it.
Okay.
Actually, if already a magic missile, if I see like another zombie coming from that, what I'm presuming to be a hallway down to the south there.
Oh, yep. So, well, as you're moving around, I should open that room up some for you.
Huh. Yeah, okay.
As you're holding that, and that'll bring us over to Rose.
Yeah, so I see everybody like congregating kind of in that next room, so I'm gonna run through and into that room. And once I see this individual, I'm going to swing my warhammer and try to target the head again.
Okay.
Is 13 to hit.
Okay, and that'll hit. Just go ahead and roll your damage.
10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. So as you slam into it again, you get that. Actually, you would hit it right at the end. So yeah, as you hit into it, you feel it make contact, but you don't think it did quite as much damage as you were hoping.
Okay. So yeah, so at that point, Rose is going to rage before making her next swing.
Oh, okay.
That is a 27 to hit. 12 and 15 points of bludgeoning damage.
15 bludgeoning. Okay, yeah, it's looking rough, but it is still on its feet.
All right, yeah, I'll stay right there, and that'll be my turn.
Okay. So that actually brings us to that creature. Finally in range of people. And he has got...
Is he still turned?
No, he took damage.
I thought...
let me just...
I got a mistake!
Each undead, blah, blah, blah. Wait. Did it say that? I thought it said something about damage. If the creature fails its turn for 1 minute, or until it takes damage, yeah.
I missed that part!
Okay, so this one is going to take a swing at either you or Rose. So let's see. Odds is Murdoch, evens is Rose. That is Rose. Okay. So, okay, so first attack at Rose. As it turns and looks at you, you watch as the eyes seem to almost push out at you with this strange sort of darkness. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Okay. Oh boy, that's a 5.
Okay, so that is a failure. So you are actually paralyzed until the end of this creature's next turn.
Okay.
Then it is going to make its second attack against you. Okay. And that is a 17 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, so because you are paralyzed, that actually counts as a critical hit. So that is...
But you're raging.
Yeah.
Yep, you are raging, so that will help.
You're so angry you're frozen in place.
That is 14 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Halved to 7. And... I am so glad you are raging right now. 21 necrotic damage.
Ooh.
Halved to 10.
So 16 total.
Yep. And then I need you to make it now a Constitution saving throw for me.
Okay. Let's write this down. I don't want to miss the damage. That was a Constitution save, you said?
Con save, yep.
A con save? Okay. Oh, God. That's a
Maddie,
9.
You can't
the
roll
plus-
another character, Maddie.
With a +7, that's a 9.
Okay. So you are now cursed with mummy rot.
There you go.
Oh no! Ink!
What?
Ink, you need
I
to
said
stop
it!
You need to
talking.
not
I
talk
said you're
out.
gonna get. I said you're gonna get mummy rot.
You can't make jokes in this game.
I don't joke. I don't. You see, I say it with a smile, but Murdoch. What Murdoch says happens. That's how her stuff works. And by gum, when I say it's gonna happen, it's a warning, not a joke.
It's a threat.
So that now brings us over to Lydia. You are muted. It is everyone tonight.
Crap. It is everyone tonight. How bad do you look, Rose?
I mean, physically, I'm still good. I don't know.
Oh
what
yeah.
the mummy rot
Emotionally.
was underneath
Okay.
it.
I mean,
Alright.
I think you're standing in the room, so you just saw this thing start wailing on Rose.
Yeah, I don't know whether to try to take it down or not though. How bad does that look? Does it look bloodied or?
It's still on its feet. I'll say it does not. It looks like it's taken a couple of hits, but it's not looking. It's not looking real rough.
I could guiding bolt it or I can heal Rose. I will go heal Rose.
Oh, okay.
That's what it does. So I'm gonna move up. I'm gonna actually Rose is right next to me. I'm gonna use guiding. Not guiding bolt, sorry. All over the place. Sacred flame it.
Oh,
So I can do that. And then heal Rose. So I'm gonna sacred flame it first, so it has to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, dexterity, so that is an 11, so that's gonna fail.
Okay, so it's gonna take some damage. It's gonna take 6 plus 8, 14 damage. Radiant damage. Then I'm gonna heal Rose. Oh, much. Alright. So Rose, you're gonna get back some healing points. Alright, here it goes. 3 plus 4 plus 2. 15 healing points back, Rose.
So,
It was
Rose-
15, you said?
15.
Rose, as
okay.
you feel the warmth as Lydia touches you, and you can feel the sort of pulse of divine energy, it has no effect on you.
Oh no!
Oh. Okay.
Oof. Okay.
Part of the curse is you are unable to regain hit points.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
Peril looks terrified.
Yeah.
I'm so happy I'm against a wall right now.
And that
Alright.
will bring us over to Furia. Well, actually, I should say,
Alright.
I will toss this real quick at Sarah. So, Sarah, you specifically said your held action was if it approached you. Watching this
Yeah.
thing cold cock Rose, would you fire your shot off?
Yes.
Okay, so go ahead and make your attack roll.
Okay, I was waiting for this the whole time. You're like, Rose is just getting the crap beat out of her. I'm like,
It's like the Getty images of the kid crying holding the.
crossbow. 27.
Oh yeah, that'll hit. Go ahead and roll your damage. And again, you do get sneak attack because you do have an ally.
Okay, so 4 plus, or no, 7. Why? I'm like losing dice on the screen. So 7 plus 19.
Okay, 7 plus 19, 26. Okay, it is looking rough, but it is still on its feet. That brings us to Furia.
My question is, how much of this can I actually see from where I am?
So from where you are, you can see a little bit of the back of Rose, because there is a part of the wall that's jutting down. So you can see that Rose all of a
Right.
sudden gets knocked back a little bit, and you can see Lydia come over and she puts her hand on Rose, and then sort of a weird look as it sort of steps back. Something didn't go as anticipated.
Okay, so something's wrong, but I can't really see what's going on. And I would be able to move past both Lydia and Sarah, right?
Oh, yeah.
Into the room? Okay. That is what I'm going to do, since this mysterious figure is not making an appearance. Is this still 10-foot squares or 5
No, these are 5.
So I'm going to move all the way across the table from this thing. And I am... Oh, that's not a good idea. I'm going to moonbeam it.
Okay.
I don't remember what moonbeam does.
It is a Constitution save on the start of the creature's next turn.
Okay, yeah, so it's totally centered on it, not on a corner.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I'm just going to roll that now. So, well, go ahead and roll your damage now. Because it failed to save. That's why I mark that down.
14 points of radiant damage.
Okay, so start of its turn, it's going to take 14 points of damage. Okay. So that brings us over to Sarah and Murdoch.
Sarah, can you go? Can you go? Because I was gonna dissonant whispers it, but that'll make it run out of the moonbeam, so I need to rethink really quickly.
Sure thing. So I start blasting.
Hey, go ahead and make your attack roll.
I can move the moonbeam. Just
24.
spell info wise.
That'll hit. So go
It's
ahead
just
and
that
roll
it wouldn't
your
be in it on the start of its turn, so it wouldn't take the damage.
4 plus
It might run back into it.
15, 19 points.
Okay. So as you watch as Sarah pulls out her crossbow and fires off another shot into this thing, it stumbles back a little bit and drops to one knee. As slowly this cylinder of light that is just radiating down on it, you can see flames, radiant energy starting to pour off it. and the body collapses.
Yeah. Good.
You better stay down. I cast vicious mockery on the corpse, maybe.
I leave Moonbeam there for the full duration.
And you are out of initiative.
Forgot to tell you that I have detect evil and good prepared today.
And as
Great.
Lydia says that, that's where we're going to take our break this evening, because we are a little
Okay.
over time.
Okay.
Now he's really crispy.
So we'll
Stop
be
it!
back in-
Stop it! He's already dead.
We'll be back in just a few minutes, folks. And, yeah, we'll see how the party makes their way. Still looking for the elusive magical artifact, which they are hoping to find within this crypt. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a couple of moments, folks.
BRB.
welcome back, everyone. As our party has been exploring this crypt and found some very unhappy, long since perished individuals who had something to say about the party trying to take some items from them. The party has managed to win the day, so to speak, as the last creature has collapsed. Then we turn it over to the party. Lydia, is everyone sort of coming down off of the sort of emotional high and the adrenaline of the battle? You find yourself sort of grasping your holy symbol a little bit as you're realizing that your healing spell had no effect on Rose.
Rose, how do you feel? Are you okay?
Yeah,
You're
I
so
guess,
strong.
like, DM, I can tell that the healing didn't work.
Yeah, you can tell that you got that same sort of warmth, that sensation you felt from Lydia before when she heals you.
Mm-hmm.
But you would definitely realize that you're still got gashes, you're still cut.
Yeah. Yeah, Lydia, something felt off. It didn't seem to work. I don't know what. Do I feel anything else, like, that I can tell something's wrong, or just, all as far as I know, it just the healing didn't work?
I'll say go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Okay. That's a 1.
Oh,
No, she must have done something wrong, because,
Yeah, I mean, all I could say is that the healing didn't feel like normal. I don't know what else is happening though, like why it didn't work.
well, maybe we should rest up or something.
I feel fine. I didn't get hurt at all. Rose does look a little beat up, though. I mean,
I'm still feeling, I'm still in pretty decent shape aside from why the healing isn't working, but
I think we should check out the last thing over there. At least before we take a rest, if we do decide to take one. But
True.
I'm gonna look over at Rose, because Lydia just healed me and I'm fine. Did you hold your breath? You know, they sometimes say if you go to a cleric, you're not supposed to hold your breath when they heal you.
I never heard that, but I don't think I was. I didn't do anything different than any other time Lydia's healed me, but
Did you squint too hard? You know, they say that if you squint too hard when the cleric heals you.
I'm just kind of looking at Lydia like, huh?
I don't think this is true.
Let's just check that other cryptic coffin over there.
my detect magic is gone by now. But when it was up, when they were opened at the same time, did I by chance see anything sparkling coming out of the
second one, no.
crypt? No. Okay. I'm peering into this one.
Yeah. It's the same. Just kind of gingerly.
As you're looking into it, the body just seemed, there's a wrapped up body in there. Doesn't seem to be anything of note within the sarcophagus at all.
I think we should just leave this one be then. Don't need another body come chasing us.
True.
Not right now, anyway.
Would anyone else be up for a long rest? About now.
Along?
Yes. 'Cause that's the only way I might be able to help Rose.
Something's wrong with Rose? Just looks a little banged up.
Lydia tried to
and
heal me,
like-
and it worked on Sarah, but it didn't work on me. That's as much as I know right now.
Maybe it's the scepter. Maybe you're holding the scepter, and it has some sort of anti-magicking.
It didn't seem like that when I... Didn't seem that kind of scepter-y thing when I looked at it. But speaking of scepters, don't we have a bunch of magic items that we should figure out what they do? Maybe we could do that during the long rest as well.
All right. I mean, do we want to try and rest? I mean, where do we want to go to try and?
Well,
Why not right here?
If we can hold up and do those construct things that Murdoch was talking about that we were doing in the throne room area.
I could pop
Right here. Sorry, it's mostly Murdoch being like, it's gross down here.
I'd rather do it in the people of
I'm sure somebody can brush sweep a spot for you to stand on, Murdoch.
Stand on for the night.
Do you want me to pop a detect evil and good spell just to make sure nothing's crawling in the immediate vicinity?
Maybe halfway through the night? I mean, it
Okay.
seems...
Yeah, maybe watch, or if you
Alright.
take one.
That seems fair.
Is there even anything to read in this lab? They're books.
As you're looking around in here, it does not appear to be.
I suppose if Artemis, if you want to work a little bit more on our spell.
Well, if Varia wants to figure out what some magical items are, then I'm going to be spending some time.
I got a couple hours that I'm going to be awake tonight anyway, while you all are sleeping.
We could train with the shield a little more if we both take the same watch.
I could. Okay, alright, yeah,
Keep your mind occupied.
there's things to do. Alright. I will be making I will be summoning Jeeves and making him clean up this room. So yeah, I will cast Unseen Servant. And make him like move the corpse and all of that for me.
You're muted, DM.
Yeah, easy enough for you to do. So you're planning on taking a long rest in the room with the 2 coffins, or the room with all the tables and stuff?
I was thinking the lab room with the napalm.
I don't really want to sleep near the napalm, but you know.
The room with the coffins has less entrances and exits, and it doesn't have the explodey fluid in it. It's also a lot larger.
It's true.
Yeah, we can just... Whoever's on watch can just keep an eye on the other casket and make sure there's no activity.
We also could just put the lid back on.
We could.
Obviously, yeah.
Well, it looks like it's time for old Anchor Arms.
Okay, go ahead and make a strength check, Sarah.
15?
Oh,
Takes you a couple of moments, but you get it back on.
Alright, well, she's doing that. I could identify at least a couple items. I mean, we have...
I have time, if we're doing a long rest, to do one, since I only need 4 hours of sleep.
I
Just
can
so
give.
you don't, just so you don't have to stay up all night, Art.
I'll give you the ring that I was holding on to, which is the ring from the pile of ash in the human oven room.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I'll offer Art the the rod that we just took from this casket.
Okay. I'll do that, and if I can manage it without getting without compromising the full rest, I'd like to do another object, the dagger.
Okay. So you have identifying your spellbook, right?
I have it as a ritual right now.
Yep. Yeah, that's fine. It only takes you, I think it's 11 minutes to cast that as a ritual.
About
So you
that,
could
yeah.
easily take 20 minutes or half an hour and get the two things done that you're looking to.
Cool.
Okay. So we'll start with the easy one because I actually have that one still set up here. Okay. So the ring that Murdoch found in the human oven is the ring. It's called a ring of warmth. Basically, while wearing it does require attunement. While wearing the ring, you have resistance to cold damage. In addition, you and anything that you are wearing or carry are unharmed by temperatures as low as minus 50 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay.
And for those new translation, minus 45 Celsius. Now, the second object that you are identifying, the rod that Rose provided you. As you are spending a little time in casting your ritual on this, you do notice while it is beautiful, it does appear to be imperfect. So what you have found is, I'll use the phrase, a damaged rod of resurrection. So the rod itself has 5 charges. Using it, it does require attunement by, for this party's purposes, either a cleric or a druid. I don't believe we have a paladin. Using an action, you can cast the heal spell that uses 1 charge, or you can cast resurrection with it utilizing all 5 charges. The reason I refer to it as a damaged version of it is as you're casting it and sort of looking at it, Artemis, you can see that there are some cracks in the rod itself. Mechanically, this rod does not recharge. It's a one and done. So basically, if you use it to cast heal, you'll never get another charge back, so it won't work for resurrection. So you can basically use it for 5 heal spells or a resurrection.
Furiously typing, thank you.
And then, where did you find the dagger? I gotta find that in my notes.
It was in that room with the dude who got squashed by bookcase.
Okay, that's right.
Oh, right.
Give me a moment to jump to back upstairs. Silly thing. Okay. All my things here. Okay, I will say I will get back with you on that one because I don't have it on my note right here.
Sounds good.
And then Furia, which were you taking to spend some time with during your long rest?
I had a magic ring. I don't know if it's the one you described or not, but I had a ring.
Okay.
It was from Murdoch.
It wouldn't have been the one that that Murdoch had. Do you remember where you got it?
No, I got the one from Murdoch.
Oh.
Yeah, so I think
Yeah.
you had described it as if I was looking at it, but it was Furia.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
So you did the rod and the dagger. Furia did the ring. Okay, so yeah, so Furia, the ring I described is the ring that Murdoch had.
Okay.
So that is the ring of warmth. And then, yeah, I just got to find my note. I apologize. I don't have that note on the dagger in front of me for some reason. Check one other spot here.
Okay.
Okay, I can't find it in my notes. I apologize. So I'll get that to you either after the session or at some point tomorrow. Sorry for those folks at home as well. And then you said you guys are planning on taking a long rest in this room?
Yep.
Okay, so are you guys setting up watches?
Yep.
Okay, so who is taking which watch?
I'll take the last one.
I'll take third watch.
Okay, so Fury, you said last?
Last.
Okay, that's Lydia said third, so we need first and second.
I'll take first.
Okay, Art first.
And Murdoch, do you want to do the two of us on second?
Yeah. So that we can do some practice.
Okay, Murdoch and Rose on second. So now I need perception checks from all of you.
Dirty 20.
$15.
I'm sorry, 15 for Murdoch. What was yours, Rose?
13.
Okay. Fury and Art.
Furia has an 18.
9.
Okay.
Still concentrating on my identify spells. Just don't worry about it. I got this.
Probably, Artemis might be a little taken aback by that rod you found, because even with its limitations of not being able to recharge, Artemis would realize as identifying that how powerful that has the potential to be. Yeah, so it seems to go through. Art, your watch passes without issue. For Murdoch and Rose, as you two are sort of working on your ongoing training with the shield, I want you to go ahead and Murdoch, make your check for me. And you do have advantage on the roll.
Okay, what is the skill check again?
I was hoping you'd remember. I can't remember. Let's call
I
this...
think it was athletics,
Yeah,
personally.
Let's run with athletics, because I can't remember off the top of my head.
Advantage with athletics. Advantage with
You are
athletics.
getting expert training.
25.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you... it seems to be going along very well. You seem to be picking up on it. You're guessing probably one more session, and you should be good to go.
All right. Okay. Yeah, I'm still not getting how... This isn't a height thing, but like, how do I like if someone like slashes at like my ankle? Like, do I like?
Yeah, so you just kneel down and drop it like this, and yeah.
That's a whole motion. Okay. My knees don't like that. Did you hear them? They sounded like when Sarah makes like a really bubbly soup. It was like
Oh, that was your knees? Oh.
Ew.
I thought that was
Oh,
my
that was
knees. Okay. Well, thank you for showing this to me, Rose. I never really thought that you definitely keep us safe. But for me, I never thought that like the martial training was ever something that would interest me. But it's
Yeah,
definitely a skill I wish I'd picked up earlier now.
Yeah, it comes in handy.
Thank you.
Yeah, so your watch passes without issue. Lydia, as eventually Murdoch and Rose get you up and you're taking your watch, you actually hear strange sounds coming from further within this crypt. You hear some slight scraping at points, but it's still distant to you. Nothing sounds like it's approaching.
Okay.
But you can definitely hear movement and motion from somewhere out there in the dark.
Okay. Like south of us or west of us?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a little difficult to tell as you're sort of trying to listen to it. As the couple of rooms you've passed, you know that at least out of the rooms you've seen so far, each room you've been has had a path south.
Right.
And the sounds are... It's strange. You can hear it sort of echoing throughout the crypt, but it's quietly. So as you're sitting and it's quiet, you can hear, the gentle breathing of your traveling companions. Mm-hmm. Every once in a while, you'll hear a scrape or a slide, and it sounds as if it's sort of like, and it just sort of trails on. And you're really not sure whether it's coming due south, if it's somewhere else. But as you hear it and then it goes away and then you hear it again, it never sounds like it's getting closer.
Okay.
Doesn't sound like it's retreating either. It's just happening.
Okay. Okay.
But eventually your watch comes to a close. It's time to awaken Furia.
I will give Furia that information.
Oh, okay.
That I hear sound. Not really sure what it is, but it's not coming any closer, but it's not going any farther. Just keep an eye out.
Keep an ear out, for sure.
Yeah. Thanks.
And with that information, Furia, as Lydia goes to finish her rest, you are able to pick up on that sound as well. And it's fairly consistent to you. But it's happening, every 10, 15 minutes. And then eventually your watch comes to a close. As the rest of your party begins to awaken in the morning. And as everyone sort of starts waking, wow, that is rough, Rose. I apologize. As the group of you start to awake, and you see as Rose is sort of getting up and moving around, Rose, your maximum HP has been reduced by 13 points.
Oof.
Yow.
Oof.
And this is my original max, not the damage I ended the day with yesterday.
Correct. So your maximum. So let's say you were at 40. You were at 45 out of 50.
Yeah.
Your maximum has been dropped by, let's say 40 out of 60, so we don't affect the top. So your maximum has been dropped by 13. Now, if your new maximum is below your current health, then your current health drops down to the maximum. So what's
Okay,
your current
that-
HP at?
My current, like, we ended the day yesterday. I was at 54, and my max is 88.
Oh, okay, yeah. So just note somewhere, just in case you get to fix it, your new max for now is 75.
Okay.
If you use D&D Beyond, you can artificially reduce your maximum HP in your HP bar.
You just also want to
okay.
make sure you note it somewhere what the original was, because it
Yeah,
doesn't always
yeah.
allow you to just easily fix it again.
Okay.
Or at least I've never been able to do it properly.
Okay.
I can show you
So
how to
I
do it on
do-
D&D Beyond.
And I still... Do I gain... I
You
do
gain
not
the
gain
benefits
the benefits
of a long rest minus
Oh,
the health.
just at that new max. Okay.
Yeah, you're just... It doesn't... Well, no. You don't gain any
You don't
hit
get
points.
HP back.
So you're still at the same
rages.
hit points. But you get all your
Okay,
abilities
and I-
back, so your rages are back
Oh,
up,
okay,
things
okay,
like that.
okay. Understood.
It's only your healing that's affected.
Yeah, your body's like won't like naturally heal itself.
Mm.
But you got more rages.
Yeah, I got my rages back. Yes, I guess as I wake up, I'd start like looking, and I still have like the same cuts on my arms and shoulders that I did yesterday. Yeah, Lydia, something is definitely going on.
Yeah, Fira, were you going to take a look at it, or should I?
Oh, I mean, I did take it, so if
Alright.
one of us does it now, then the other one will have it in reserve for later today.
That's what I'm thinking. Do you mind doing it now, so I can do it during battle if need be?
Yeah, that's... So I'm going to do a greater resto on Rose, and hopefully that works.
Okay. So, as you take a couple of moments and cast your Greater Restoration, and it does not appear to have any effect.
Oh no!
Shit.
That's not good.
I'm just
Oh,
gonna
wait,
like, keep
actually,
looking.
no, let me
It
rephrase that.
It breaks curses.
Yeah, Greater...
It breaks curses.
yeah, I was
and-
looking at the monster, and it's specifically called out the Remove Curse spell. But
Okay.
But this is not a remove curse spell?
right, no, but Greater Resto does remove curses.
Versus.
Right,
Yeah,
but it
so-
also... It gets rid of one effect reducing a target's hit point maximum as well.
Right.
So I don't know if that's
basically
actually
what-
different or the same thing because it's the same spell. Use your call.
Yeah, well, no, it specifies. I'm looking at D&D Beyond. I just pulled up Greater Resto, so it does say specifically it will end one curse.
Right.
Okay.
So yeah, so you are no longer cursed. Your maximum hit points do go back to your 88.
Mm-hmm.
But again, you're still at the same current. You didn't like
Yeah,
magically.
I
gain
didn't.
We didn't get
gain
healed.
any
You didn't healed.
HP, Yeah.
So,
Okay.
but yeah, you are no longer cursed by the mummy rot.
That's good. And I guess I would feel like I see not healed, but I guess I could feel like the curse lifted.
Refreshed.
Yeah, you're feeling a
Even if
little
I don't
bit
even,
better.
like-
Whatever
Yeah.
fear you did seems to have helped a little bit. You're still sore. You still got cuts and bruises, but
Mm-hmm.
you know
You
that
shouldn't get any
somehow deep
worse.
inside you know you're somewhat better.
But it's
Yeah.
not a healing spell. It's a don't get any
Yeah,
worse spell.
whatever. I think whatever it was that was affecting me, it feels like it's gone. I think it worked.
I like to think that when you had mummy rot, you were just like constantly congested.
Hit mummy rot, not mummy snot. There's a difference. Mummy
No, but
snot's
because,
within the
like-
tub in the other room.
Yeah.
So as the group of
Just
you wake up, you have yourself a quick little bite and prepare yourself for the whatever it is. You don't really know what time of day it is at the moment.
True.
As you prepare, what's the plan, folks?
Well,
Well,
looks like
very
we're
nice.
going either south or back the way we came. Oh, this ring, Murdoch, it's a ring of warmth. It will keep you warm in really, really cold temperatures. You and your stuff. And I believe it gave you resistance to cold damage as well. I don't it's a pretty handy ring, but I don't know if we'll get much use of it here specifically.
I don't know about here, and is it just a slip-on kind of thing, or do I need to
You have
connect
to
with
attune
it?
to it.
So I don't want to tack on an extra hour just after we've woken up. But do you want to hold on to it, or are you giving it back to me?
Either or. I mean, I don't need it at the moment either, so I can hold on to it if I'll just put it in the bag.
Okay. Just want to make sure, because I'm taking the unidentified magic ring out of my inventory then.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, you would probably need it, Murdoch, would you not?
Do I need to be resistant to cold?
Are you not reptilian?
I'm infernal. I am. My blood runs a little bit hotter than your average person who looks like me. Very hot. Scalding.
Never understand magic.
Any luck with that rod there, Art?
I have devil blood.
Yes, that, it's a rod of resurrection.
Ooh,
Very nice.
that sounds handy.
Quite. In the business we're in, track record, yes, quite.
They put the miracle of coming back from the dead in a fancy piece of jewelry.
That just looks like a big fancy stick to me.
Fancy
But
stick.
Fancy stick.
It's not perfect, though. You can either use it for 5 healing spells or 1 resurrection, and then it's kaput.
what kind of healing spell? I know a bunch of them.
Hey DM, what kind of healing spell?
Literally the spell heal.
All right. Just like Murdoch asked me, is this a one-size-fit-all thing, or we have to attune to it, or?
No, I can't use it. I'm guessing that either you or Lydia could use it, but not so much for the rest of us.
Oh. Lydia, you got room for this?
I do.
And
I
in
think it's
case I did
perfect for you.
forget to say it, yes, it does require attunement.
Okay. Well, I will hold on to that if you don't mind then. And
You
I'll
might want to attune to it next time we take a short rest.
Exactly.
Sounds fairly helpful.
Just make sure you know which one you want to use it for.
Right.
Oh boy. Where are we going next?
All right, well, we're going back the way we came, or we're, south.
I mean, I guess go south, right, and like finish this
Yeah, I
path.
poked my head in there. There's
Yeah.
a big lefant of some sort.
Yeah, I was interested in some of the stuff in there. I was looking at it
Yeah.
all night. All night.
All night long.
There's a lot of songs like that, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. You guys are heading down there.
I'm gonna whisper to, I guess, Lydia, because she's closest to me on the map. What's a
what?
Elephant? Murdoch said there was a elephant in the room.
Oh, and you know one if you saw one. They're big tusked creatures with big long
Like they
trunk.
kind of look like wings
Or?
to me from here.
An elephant.
Elephant.
A what?
It's a big creature, very large. I've seen one in on a traveling circus I went by on an island one time.
Can we just go down and look at it?
Sure.
You know, maybe that looking at it will describe what it is, and we'll have all less questions about what this thing is.
You guys can go ahead.
And Sarah, do you want to check for traps before we open this one?
Okay, apparently they're keeping mythical creatures in here, so yes. DM, are there traps?
Hey, go ahead and make an investigation check.
16.
Oh, okay. So, as you watch as Sarah starts moving into the room and looking around for traps, Sarah, you're not seeing anything. And as you get a little further into the room, all of you watch as Sarah starts to stumble a little bit. And Sarah, I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Oh,
As you hit a certain point looking and checking the ground, and you're walking by this massive statue. Large, rounded ears and these long, horned things coming out of its face. As you're looking at it and checking for traps, all of a sudden you feel your feet leaving the ground, and you start to fall up.
oh.
Need you make a strength saving throw to see if you're able to grab onto anything.
Can I try to grab onto Granny as she goes up? Like give her assistance somehow.
Sure, go ahead and make a, for you we'll call it a dexterity save as you're trying to
Okay.
reach out
Okay,
as
well, I
she's
rolled-
starting to tumble upwards.
Well, I rolled a 9, so.
I rolled a 14.
Okay, as she disappears out, you reach out and try to grab and you just miss her.
Ooh, sorry.
As Sarah, you plummet 25 feet up to the ceiling.
Oh no.
You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as you land on your back on this rough, coarse ceiling.
Oh, thank God it wasn't the one from Willy Wonka.
Oh, there's no
Thank you, DM.
grinder up there.
The DM will remember that.
Yeah.
We've already done that one. It was not fun.
And as the group of you just sort of look up, and you can see Sarah's adjusting herself, standing up, and it's just standing upside down on the ceiling.
Is this the power of a Lafette?
Yes.
Yes.
It looks like gravity? Is that what you call it? Got upside down.
I mean, is that a magic thing? How does that happen?
Magically.
Magically.
Magically, yeah. Are you okay? Are you okay?
It's very, very coarse on the ceiling.
Do you see anything on the ceiling? Since you're up there, I mean.
Do I see anything up on the ceiling?
Rock. I mean, it's nothing really.
Okay, there's no like secret button or anything.
No, it just looks like it looks like somebody mined out this room and you just landed on the rough part of the wall.
Poor construction.
Oh, vibe. Okay. Yeah. All those crypts with the poor construction. We love to see it.
Is it the whole room like that? That's like up on the ceiling, or is it just that one section by that thing? The gray elephant statue.
You saw her pop up after she got about 5 or maybe almost 10 feet into the room as she was looking for traps on the ground.
All right.
So you know at least the first couple of feet into the room isn't going to be a problem for you.
Hmm.
Yeah, Sarah got
Well,
you
the problem
about-
is, once she's up there, does walking back the other way make you fall down?
Somebody get ready to catch her.
I guess.
How
Am
do
I
we get
like?
ready to catch her if we can't walk in there?
Am I
Right.
floating in the sense of like my back is up against the ceiling, or am I like feet on the floor?
Your feet are on the floor as far as you're concerned.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna start like walking backwards, like towards my party, like towards the start of the room.
Oh, okay.
Careful.
Yeah.
You
you're
walk
gonna-
about 7 or 8 feet and start to plummet to the floor.
What?
One
like
of
a
the
rose.
things you
Let's
is you
get
watch
her.
as she walks over
Yeah.
to fall.
Are Fury and I like close enough in? Are we deep enough in the room to try and at least like soften the fall?
Go ahead.
No.
I'll say, where the two of you brought it up, each one of you can make a dexterity saving throw trying to catch her.
Okay.
Right.
And then you bonk your heads in the middle and no one catches her.
5.
18.
I'm sorry, Rose, you said 5?
Yes, I did.
Okay. You're looking up and literally you take a couple of steps forward and she falls behind you. You're just misjudged. Furia, you are actually able to sort of get yourself underneath to help soften the blow. Each of you takes, Furia and Sarah, you both take 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right.
Ow!
As you manage to sort of catch her, but she's still a, powerful little halfling that just sort of drives you into the ground. But
Oh yeah, and I'm not that strong anyway, so.
After this is all over, I'm done with magic. I'm done with magic and offense.
Do
You still need to magic your husband out of a bottle, though.
True.
When I get my husband back, I just want to go home with my husband and
Me? Me? No.
What?
Am I invited?
Yes?
Yay!
do we need anything from this room? I'm so sorry.
But as you're looking
I'm at the back.
as that all happened, let me share with you guys what you see beyond the massive statue of an elephant. Further into the room, you can see what looks to be basically I'll call it a ritual area set up. You can see burnt down remnants of candles set around in a circle within this slightly raised platform. A couple of small cushions and a circular table sit in the middle of it with what looks to be a small crystal or glass orb on it.
Orbs. Do we want an orb?
I will always go for an orb. I love a good orb.
If we could reach the orb.
If you give me a few minutes to get Jeeves back, I could I don't think Jeeves cares about gravity. He doesn't care about the regular gravity. I could probably send him in there to go get an orb. And then if it, explodes or shoots a bunch of knives at the orb or anything, he doesn't care. He's very agreeable.
As long as the orb isn't heavier than it looks, I think that should work great.
Yeah, he can carry like 60 pounds or something like that, I think.
Did we get a good sense of like exactly what area of this room has the inverted gravity?
Not really,
Just from
because
seeing it?
Sarah just walked into it, ended up falling up. So you know where it starts, which is about 10 feet into the room, but that's all you got.
Okay.
Because she literally walked right back to the group of you two and fell out of it. I mean, if you want to, you can go charging into it, fly up to the ceiling and walk around, see where the far end of it is. When you hit the floor again, you'll know.
Yeah. And
I mean,
it looks like there's an opening, at the south side of this
Yes,
cavern as well.
There is a passageway leading further south.
Okay.
I mean, we could always put this on, if nothing else pans out, come back here.
Yeah, I mean, it's entirely up to everyone. If I can sit for 10 minutes and get Jeeves, I mean, then I have Jeeves for an hour also for further rooms.
Be helpful, I think. I feel.
All right.
Yeah.
It's not every day I get to do a ritual.
No, we'd
Love
have,
it.
second breakfast, and you summon Jeeves, and
Have second breakfast. Make sure that Rose is actually like all good. Yeah. All right. Give me a hot minute. Let's see. I'm gonna go over to where Art had like a ritual circle drawn from last night and be like, just erase that symbol and make it that and relight that candle. It's like, it'll burn long enough.
Art's kind of like peeking over me, like, oh, I see, huh?
And then I sit and play my violin for a little bit, and then I make a Jeeves.
Okay.
Jeeves can lift 60 pounds because he has a strength of 2. I would like to tell... Do you want me to tell Jeeves to go get that orb?
yeah,
Okay.
let's give it a go.
All right. Jeeves, could you please go into this room and go fetch that orb over there for us, please?
Okay, and a couple of moments goes by, and eventually you see an orb sort of float off of its stand. How intelligent is Jeeves?
He is... Let's see. He essentially performs anything that a human servant could do. So one way to interpret that is that he has average intelligence. Another way to interpret that is because he is an it says an invisible, mindless, shapeless medium force. He does not have intelligence.
Okay, so do me a favor then.
Yes.
Make a make a check with your spellcasting modifier.
Sure thing.
Because this is going to dictate how well your instructions were given to this mindless force.
Okay, so since it is a check, my Jack of all trades feature allows me to add half of my proficiency bonus to this. So that goes to an 18.
Okay, so the orb makes its way back over to you, Murdoch.
All right.
We'll
look at it.
The alternative was it carrying it like this, and as it hit the reverse gravity, having the orb just go...
Very good, Jeeves. I didn't think about how objects would... Oh, yes. Good boy. Okay, just put it in my bag now. We'll look at it later.
All of a sudden vanishes into your bag.
All right. And now I have my Jeeves, so I'm all ready to go.
All right, let's head back the other way, I guess, the way we came. Do you want to go south into that room, or all the way back over?
I feel like if this is magic, somebody probably put it up for a reason, and it has me wondering what's beyond it, but...
Maybe there's another way into that room beyond.
Yeah, true. Yeah, we can turn back if that's what the party wants to do.
Well, we are here for one specific thing, so if we want to
Good night.
explore after that, then
The scholar in me definitely wants to investigate anti-gravity, but we can see what other rooms we got, and yeah, maybe there's like a other tunnel into there, or a way to turn that off.
Mm.
Yeah. All right.
So, are we going to do the other side path, or are we going to go south again? I feel like the other side path.
I'm feeling the south.
You're feeling the south. I agree. South, south.
Okay, which south?
Oh, that's right. There's the south from the alchemy
Oh
room,
yeah.
or the south from the first room.
Oh, yeah. I thought we were going south in the alchemy room.
Yeah.
I forgot that was there.
Yeah, 1, 2,
I was
3.
thinking south from the first room.
I forgot that there was another
We should
passage
probably
in there.
exhaust the closest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
rather than like spreading out all over the place.
Yeah. So south from this.
Okay. Let me get that dragged over. Just gotta put this here. Okay, so as you are heading down this way, we will reveal. Okay, so as you start heading down that hallway, you can see entering into the room, it's similar to the larger room you spent a good deal of time in resting, as there are two of those very similar, very plain stone sarcophagus. The difference between this one is it looks like large portions of the ceiling have collapsed, and there are massive chunks of stone that seem to have crushed portions of these sarcophagus. So while you can see there is still like, a good quarter or almost half of each of these stone tombs, there is just massive chunks of the ceiling have collapsed down and crushed portions of it or buried parts of it.
Is it crushed in a way we could see inside of these ones?
Sure, go ahead and
Without
make an
too-
investigation check.
All right. 12.
Okay, so you can look in a little bit. You see what looks to be some manner of remains. From where you can look into, on one of them, you're seeing what looks to be like feet and ankles. It's just the very end of a person. On the other one, you can see most of the head, neck, and shoulders. The body laying very much the same way from what you can see with the arms crossed. But it appears the body was just wrapped and buried in that state.
Guys, I have a feeling this is not worth our time.
Okay.
I could do, or somebody else could do a detect magic to see if there's anything magical in these, but fully uncovering, I don't think it's really worth it.
I can do that. Just to check.
Yeah, you could peek in right there and look inside.
I'll get as close as I can without so I can see and just pop detect magic. You're muted.
Has to keep happening, doesn't it? As you stare into it, does not appear to be anything magical within.
Okay. Is there anything magical around me within that area?
No, as you're looking around, the only pings you're getting are from your party members.
Right then.
Chaos down in there.
Not
that's all
seeing
you'd be
anything
seeing.
magical.
All right.
Alright.
Further
Further
south,
down, or yeah.
Finish this wing.
I would say we might as well go and finish the rest of it.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you're heading down this one.
I'm also assuming Lydia has her light rock
Yep.
back up.
Yep.
So we can see where we're going, or everybody can see where we're going.
Okay. As you head down into this next area. Okay. The first thing that you notice is that this room seems to be completely untouched. Now, by that, as you're looking around, it is in pristine condition. The sarcophagus look like they were closed this morning.
I look at the ceiling.
I'm sorry?
I look at the ceiling. Is there a slime up there?
So, yeah, with Liddy being in the room, you don't see anything up there.
Okay.
The ground is dustless.
Hey, Art, is this a magical area? It seems really clean in here.
Artemis, the entire room is glowing with illusion magic.
Yeah, man, it's really bright in here.
What kind?
Like bright.
No,
No,
I
just-
mean, the whole room is bright, but what kind of magic? I know how the spell works here.
Fakey illusion.
Ooh, that's not good.
Oh, that's like
This
Well,
might not be what we're actually seeing.
Yeah.
It could be
like,
cleaner.
like I might fall 40 feet through the floor again.
Ah, yeah.
I could try to dispel it.
I'm gonna walk back to the previous room we were just in and grab assuming I could find like a little stone, like from the
Oh, yeah,
rubble
easy
from the
enough.
fallen ceiling. Yeah, and I'll just toss it into the room and see, does it fall straight through the floor or what?
No, you watch as it hits the floor and you watch. Ka-chum, chum, 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 chum. It just stops and rests.
All right, I thought it might fall through, but
All right, I'm going to dispel it. Or I'll try to dispel it.
All right.
No point trying to figure out what's going on. If we could just dispel it. I'm assuming I have to roll DM.
Yep.
I was about to say,
Well-
do you want some inspiration? But it sounds like maybe it doesn't.
I don't think that will help.
uh-huh.
It's like not a net one.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So 5 total.
As you cast the spell, it doesn't seem to have any effect.
I don't think I did that one quite right.
Sometimes, depending on the illusion, I know it's true for some that I do, is if you know that it's an illusion and you focus on the fact that it's not an illusion, sometimes you can see through it. Is that something that's possible to be
I
done?
think I misspoke. The third word. I mean, we could try that way.
It's not all illusions, to be fair, but some, once you know the trick, you can kind of try and see through it.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like it's worth a try. I mean,
Is that something that might be possible, Matthew?
So, as you spend a little time looking at it, you all have heard art. You all know it's an illusion, but your eyes don't seem to be able to pierce it.
I'm gonna go over to this box over here and close my eyes and like touch it to see if it matches up with what my eyes saw before. Like, is it extra cracked and broken, or is it untouched like what I saw?
As you're touching it, it feels like freshly carved, smooth stone.
Nah, well, that didn't work.
It's what you're seeing and feeling seems to match up.
Well, do you want to open these, or
Yeah,
If
I
you
mean, do we?
want, I could try dispel
OMG.
magic. I do have that right now.
well, maybe you're gonna have more? Maybe I just woke up with the mumbles or something. I think it would be beneficial.
All right. Well, in this case, before you roll, I will give you a little bit of some encouragement. You know that it's an illusion, so you will dispel it. Take a bardic inspiration.
Okay.
Okay, so go ahead and make your intelligence check. And then once you roll it, if you think you might need it, go ahead and roll your bardic inspiration.
I use my bardic inspiration.
D8. If it still fails, you get to keep the bardic inspiration.
Okay. 23.
Okay. As Artemis casts the spell, all of you watch as the entire room begins to sort of shimmer. And you see as the walls and all this, everything around you starts to almost melt into nothingness.
Yeah.
And you're left seeing a dusty, barren room without, literally, it's just empty.
So no caskets?
No caskets.
That was a
no
really
nothing.
good illusion.
Oh, you
Yeah.
felt it.
I felt it, and it
Yeah,
and it wasn't really there. Wow.
kind of impressive.
And as you watch, as everything sort of melts and fades, as it hits the floor, and the illusion slowly starts to, again, it just seems to be draining away, almost as if circling a drain at Artemis's feet.
Cool.
As it spins and drains away down beneath Artemis, as the last bit of the illusion falls, you watch, and as a small spark seems to go off, and you hear a loud rumbling sound.
Oh,
I need
Everyone
everyone
step
within
back.
10 feet of Artemis. So it looks like that's everyone except for Lydia based on the map.
Haha.
yes.
To make a, let me check what saving throw this is.
Is it too late to put it back? Oh gosh.
That is a Constitution save.
Oh.
Okay.
And I can see this in the sense I can use my danger sense.
No, because it's not a dexterity save, it's a con save.
Oh, that's only Dex. Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
17.
Okay, pass.
20.
Woo!
Pass.
24.
15.
Pass.
Oh, good.
Sarah?
I can't use any more of my luck points. 4.
Wait, you rested. Don't you get the one a new rest?
You did a
I
lot
just
rest.
used 2 luck points. I rolled a 9 and a 5 before that.
Oh no.
Oh.
Okay.
I
So
mean-
that unfortunately fails for... That's a D10. That's the wrong die.
Bro.
So that is
Very unlucky.
Okay. For Sarah, where you're the only one who failed, you take 8 points of thunder damage. Everyone else takes 4 points. Except for Lydia, who is off in the distance in the back.
Owie!
Ow. Didn't think that would happen. Well, good job, Art.
What is the point? Why?
what is,
Why
like,
do that?
What's being hidden here with all this?
A sharp slap on the wrist. What that was.
Yeah. Wow, my ears are still ringing.
Thank goodness that I'm already starting to go down.
Makes it easier not having to open all those crypts.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like there's another passage still at the south end of the room.
I just want to do one more cursing because I know you said it's completely empty, but I want to do one more scan of the room and make sure that it didn't reveal anything that was being hidden, like an extra tunnel or something on the ceiling. Like, I want to make sure that nothing was revealed.
Yeah, so even without rolling, just point blank, it is an empty room.
What is the point? I hate dungeons! I love dungeons.
It does not seem to be Murdoch's choice place.
She does.
Spend time for sure.
She's not a dungeoneer. She's not technically an adventurer. She's not a dungeoneer.
She's a lawyer.
Yeah. Why am I here?
But as Rose said, there is another path south, I believe.
Yeah.
As well as one over.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Keep going south, I guess, just to.
I think so.
Mm-hmm. Because I think if we go that way, we might just loop back to the front, possibly.
Yeah,
So.
at least, yeah.
Okay, so as you continue heading south.
Do we hear anything? How quiet has it been?
And so,
Oh boy.
as you're heading down south, all of you go ahead and make a perception check.
$22.
23.
15.
Okay.
18.
21.
23.
Wow.
We're on our toes, man.
So yes, apparently walking into a room and getting, your eardrums blown out makes everybody able to hear better.
It shocked our systems.
Don't know how that works, but hey.
Well, see, it actually vaporized all the wax buildup. So our ears are just all nice and clean.
You've all
I
got
can
goo
hear it
running
all.
down your ears now. So, yes, you do hear something. As Lydia and Furia would both recognize the sound as you heard it earlier. The rest of you are hearing this strange sort of almost grinding sound coming from a little ways in front of you and off to the right. So from the map standpoint, it's basically southwest of where you are now. You're all hearing it coming from over here.
What are the things in the back of the room actually there, or just part of the map?
So as you're looking into that room and coming down, it appears to be a room designed. It looks like a worship space. So you can see that in the center of the room there is an altar set up. There is some furniture within the room, a couple of small chairs, things of that nature that seem to be damaged. And in the back of the room, there is a what basically it looks almost like a strange, and that is this like green object here. It is a very sort of odd looking seat, as it's basically a very sort of rudimentary chair, but has these 4 long stalks coming off of it. And again, you hear the slight sliding, almost grinding sound coming from the short distance.
Kind of want to know what that sound is.
Yeah, I hear that too. I want to just... It looks like there's a passage that heads right in that direction. I want to keep going
Yeah.
towards that.
Sure.
Yeah, I because otherwise we'd have to turn the other way. Well, otherwise we'd have to turn the other way and it'd be behind us.
Can I
Yeah.
look at
Right.
the altar as we pass by
Sure.
and see if I recognize any, like, thing?
Okay, go ahead and make a religion check, as I have to reveal some on both sides here.
15.
Okay. Just a moment here so I can get this. I love when your mouse pointer is sticking. Okay, and because you were over in that general vicinity, we're just going to open up a nice straight line there as well. Okay, so Lydia, what was your religion check?
15.
Okay, so as you are looking at it, you do see an image, but it is not a deity that you recognize.
Okay.
So give me a second so I can get the what it looks like here. Okay. So as you're looking at it, there's a on the center of it, there is a single image of a skull that is this sort of sickly yellow color. And then to Rose. As you have started to make your way around towards that corner a little bit, and looking into the room in front of you, you can see that there is... this appears to be a small study. You can see that there are some... Again, everything is borderline ancient within here. You can see scraps of what appear to be paper sitting on a small desk right within the entranceway of the room. Everything you're seeing, though, has these slight, like, singe marks to it. Like it had been burned. And then a little ways behind the table, you see what is making the noise. As what looks to be standing about 7.5 feet tall, very slowly lumbering into your view past the door, you see a massive figure. And it turns very slowly towards you. You can see the slight scraping sound you've been hearing is from the massive weapon that it has been dragging on the ground behind it. And in the darkness, you can see the mouth start to crack open wide in a grin towards you. As one hand starts to pull the weapon up, and as it slams into the other hand, based on where, Lydia's not in this. So with your dark vision, all you can see as the weapon slams into the hand is there is a large metal ring on its finger.
Oh. Okay.
And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh, he's dead. Give it to us.
As you have seemingly found a fire-singed room with a massive individual in it, wielding a very large weapon, and wearing what you recognize to be a piece of jewelry.
So let me charm it. And we'll just ask for the ring.
You can certainly try.
I can.
You don't want this thing following us, though, once it wears off.
True.
I mean...
I don't know, might be kind of cute.
Deterrent.
Charm it and then slit its throat.
That
Excuse me?
I don't think I need to explain. That breaks the charm.
But its throat will be slit. It'll be dead.
Well,
Only if
If
it's
it is the
alive.
type of creature that can be slit in the throat and die.
How do you know that this isn't 6 halflings as a transformer?
I don't have 6 heads. Worked.
I have to build that. So, thank you very much, those of you who've hung out with us this evening. I know we saw Victoria for a while tonight, so we'll be back next week as our somewhat beaten, deafened, and weary party has found another strange individual within this crypt. Yeah. Thanks again, everyone. Don't forget to add your proficiency bonus. We'll see you next time.
Good night.